By the end of this episode, our land, which looked like this when we arrived a year ago, will enter its next phase of transformation as we etch 5 new terraces into what was once a steep and hazardous hillside. But what will we do with all of this newly usable land?
Wow. This space is way larger than I ever expected it would be.
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new around here, we're Brittany and Drew, 2 hopeful adventurers who got married and after 8 years of van life, found our dream property and moved across the globe to Portugal, where we're now documenting the journey of transforming this historic watermill into our very first home, not on wheels. Now, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. Let the adventure begin. You hear what I hear?
Chainsaws?
Before we even knew that they were gonna get started, they're starting.
I just got my contacts in, had my first sip of coffee. Today is a massive day, guys. We have 3 sets of crews here, all working on various projects around the property.
But that's okay. I'm really grateful that they're here because we've been waiting for this for, well, a whole year now. We've been here a year, guys, and we'll be really grateful come fire season that this work is getting done now because they will be removing the eucalyptus within like the 50 to maybe 100 meter radius of the watermill. Pretty soon they're going to require that no more chainsaws or motorized machine things are used because it's just going to get too dry. But right now the ground is still extremely moist because it just rained last week. And
what you do today determines tomorrow. So if we prepare now, we'll feel much better about it later.
some of you may remember in a past episode, we shared some footage of the eucalyptus groves that burned less than an hour away from us last summer. These non-native trees that are originally from Australia are fast-growing and can be used in the construction industry and to make paper. So unfortunately, there is financial incentive for landowners to plant these highly flammable monocultures, whose oily leaves blowing in the wind help spread massive fires, including Europe's most destructive fire back in 2018. And while they're a main source of food for koalas, which we have none of here in Portugal, the fact that eucalyptus tend to outcompete any neighboring vegetation or trees for resources just adds fuel to our passion for removing them from our 3 hectares of land, opting to plant native fire-resistant trees instead. I do want to mention though, eucalyptus smell wonderful. It's actually good for asthma and it's really nice in your shower. So in the future, because we will still have eucalyptus on our property, just not within the 50 to 100 meter radius of the house, but we might be distilling eucalyptus oils. So stay tuned because that could be cool. Way to make them useful. But wow. If you notice, he's leaving all of the madroños and any native trees like the cork oaks, the sobreros. He is only cutting eucalyptus.
I really don't like seeing trees cut in general. It's kind of sad, but we're getting rid of the bad ones, keeping the good ones. In the change, it's really hard for me. Like when you're up there, I liked like the wall of privacy it gave us, just like, I don't know, it felt like it kept us nice and cozy down here, and the shade for the summertime. Because that morning sun, when it comes July, August, that sun rises right over this ridge and just starts baking on our house, our camper, all of that. So taking those away, it's gonna, I don't know if I like the change, guys.
But we will have shade again.
I know you really like those tall, pointy Italian trees. What are those called?
Cypress?
Cypress.
Bon dia.
Bon dia. Big project for a team of 2, as you know.
I know. It's not just the cutting of the trees, it's the reshaping of the land. So it's great that we have all these guys doing what they do best.
Especially with so many other projects going on, but yeah.
Tell me about it. Wow, in just a few short hours, look at the amount of trees they got sliding down this slope here. Incredible. It's an absolute lumber yard around here. They're cutting off and taking all of these sections while helping us clear our land. Something that I'm so grateful for, because back last year when we only had a little bit of time before it was fire season, we were out here cutting, just me and another guy, and it was intense. I'm so grateful to have a team here right now, because it's making the job that much easier. Allows me to balance my time between the other projects going on out here, and this is some hard work. I definitely have a lot of respect for these guys. Definitely a place I want to be careful of walking, because there's a lot of loose debris. There's an axe on the ground here. There's a lot of rolling logs. I never know if something from above maybe got cut or is going to be chopped and fall soon. Wow. Timber! Wow, it feels really good to see these cleared out. Timber! Taking the other eucalyptus. The one last tree on our corner.
Because that's the last of the eucalyptus that were right there. So much sunnier. At least it's not summer yet, but oh man, this eucalyptus used to go like yeah. Come on, girlie. Good girl. Good girl. There you go. There's a better spot for you.
The guys are back with a delivery too, and they can't get through.
Along with delivery trucks bringing us bricks and cement mix for works going on inside the home, our tree cutters also had their own truck on site to be able to haul away the eucalyptus trunks that were tall and thick enough to sell for profit 2.5 hours away in Setúbal for about 38 euros per ton of eucalyptus. Now, many of you have asked if we get paid for this exchange, but we've opted to let our tree cutters keep any sales as a bonus for their hard work and the amount of gas that it takes to haul all those trees 2.5 hours away.
Mi gusta tua sim un giorno e feliz. Muito bom.
É bom, é. Tá, não fica trabalho, não vai lá para cima.
Vou lá para cima, não preciso de esta bolinha. Vamos dando aí, vamos lá.
Wow, look how he hammers into that to give him a handle to lift that entire piece up. That was cool. Usar ferramenta para a mão.
Isto é melhor.
Yeah, é melhor.
Sim, mais fácil.
Sim. Boa ideia. It's really cool watching him load the truck here. He's just explaining that they do it by hand here instead of having a big machine come, and then they'll actually ship it to a place up by Lisbon where it'll be made into paper products. That is a lot of eucalyptus.
Venus, what do you think of all this noise? She doesn't look two-faced.
another day begins.
Here we go.
At least there's coffee.
That brightens my morning.
Cheers, guys. The team's already here. And we are on to phase 4 of this project. So phase 1 was like visualizing and finding the people who could help us remove the eucalyptus within the 50 to 100 meter radius of the house. Then it was having them cut down the eucalyptus and having them remove the large eucalyptus chunks. And now is like what I've been so excited for. We have Tiago and Gabriel who are going to be using their large excavator, one larger than Nelson. We were advised to use one about this size, which, Drew, what size is this machine?
6 tons.
This one is 6 tons. So they're going to be creating terraces in between the watermill and where our camper van is. We don't know how many terraces they're going to be able to make, but we're really excited for this phase because this is really the beginning of the regeneration of our land. So having them create the terraces with a bit of a lean in, like a swale, so that we can retain the water, limit the erosion. This is all part of us fireproofing our property and creating the peace of mind that we need so that in the future we can travel in the summer and, you know, not have to be here quite so much on guard. We will also be installing sprinklers on the roof of the watermill and on the surrounding lands, but that's all for future episodes.
The guys are here. I gotta go talk with them.
All right, go let them know what we want.
I will.
Swales, a little bit of a lean in, save the good topsoil.
Aye, aye.
You're the best.
Bom dia. Tudo bem?
So we're just having a conversation about how we're gonna make this all terraces below us, and they're gonna go and just kind of go with the feel and see, because it is so steep here, where they can get these terraces laid out. There's gonna be passages in this down creek from where I'm standing, but at the end will be terraces that stop because it's too hard to get the machine to go directly down those inclinations. This is going to be quite a wonder to watch how they're actually able to do this. I'm very excited for this part. That way we don't have to worry about the fires in the future or even mudslides going into the mill because it is such a steep slope. Watching them remove the wood stack here right now is pretty wild to see. I spent days creating this in 2 spots back when we were cutting almost a year ago. Actually, it was a year. We've been on this land for a year now, and it's cool to see them moving it so easily with a big excavator, but they need it out of the way so they can pass on to this terrace right now.
You can see right here, the excavator is about to bury one of the root systems of a eucalyptus tree that was recently cut down. It's amazing how much easier and more efficient certain projects become when you have the right machine and team to help.
Oh, and Tom is still in the box, sleeping in with his warm water bottle. So cute. I love how they just like hang around and watch. They don't get too fazed by all the machinery we have around these days because they know that they can be safe right here. Isn't that right? And Jose just showed up. Surprise delivery, at least to me.
I love seeing friendly faces that we're used to coming around here. Just like dropping in the place.
Haven't seen Jose in a hot minute.
I know, it's been a while.
What's all that sand for?
The guy's building in the house.
Oh boy. Also, on days like today, where it is now 12:39, and Drew has not yet finished his breakfast, because when unexpected things happen, cereal just gets put on the back burner. Literally, almost.
Other things that can get put on the back burner are things like internet safety. But thanks to the sponsor of today's episode, a service that Drew and I have been using for years now, Surfshark, it makes it so easy for us to do everything that we need to do online from the comfort and safety of a VPN, or a virtual private network, which basically blurs out or encrypts everything that we do on the web. What I love most is being able to travel or live anywhere in the world, and with the simple tap of a finger, I can change my IP address, allowing me to choose a server in Canada or the USA, opening up access to things that are usually only available to people in those countries. Or when we're shopping around for the best deal on flight tickets, we can compare prices based on where our IP address is. Also, if you find yourself working on public Wi-Fi, Surfshark encrypts your online data, protecting you from hackers. What's also amazing is that you can connect an unlimited number of devices under one account. And right now, using our code Mr. and Mrs. and the link below, you will get 83% off and 3 extra months for free. Now that's the wave I'd like to ride.
Do you guys remember early last year when Drew and I didn't even know that we had terraces on our land?
You want to know something already? He's uncovered our first terrace. I couldn't even tell there was a huge terrace in this spot. Like, there was just too much vegetation.
No idea. Look at how beautiful.
These terraces.
Oh my goodness, look at these stones. Wow.
I mean, this just goes on and on.
We're gonna have a little garden terrace up here, so this one's a little smaller than this one. This is massive. Well, now I guess we'll be leaving a legacy of even more terraces. So I can't wait to go see them. I peeked last night in the dark, but Drew and I haven't really gone to see them in the daylight other than him droning above them. So I'm excited. Let's go see what it looks like.
Come take a look at this. I got the drone in the sky. It just gives you an aerial view of those new terraces.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that incredible?
Oh, he's doing such an amazing job.
Yeah, it's super steep, so he's got to be really careful with that machine that he doesn't fall down the hill.
I know, this is day 2. It's not something you want to rush.
No, and we had a lot of rain overnight.
Yeah, it's true.
But it is sunny now.
And let's see, 1, 2. We'll have to count how many terraces we add to our property by the end of this project.
I know. It's almost like there's like 2 mounds with like a little valley for drainage in the center, so he's like shaping it. Eucalyptus trees down, make terraces, install some water receptacles.
Yes.
Where's our drone?
There it is. Let's go look at the terraces with our real eyes.
They said it would look kind of sloppy and messy at first, but they'll get them shaped up.
They're terraces of possibility. You just have to imagine. Wow. 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 We're able to make a hiking trail from the watermill, up the terraces, up to the top of the hill, and then we'll be able to see the ocean.
One of the big questions they had for me is, do they want us to make like footpaths between them? And I was like, yeah, in this center part, because at the far end, it's like too steep kind of.
Yeah.
And they can't drive. And they even said like, do you want a ramp onto it? Because we had once talked about being able to drive even a caravan onto it.
Oh, new van life spots. Well, that's fun. You should stay back. Stay back at camp. She literally follows me wherever I go on her property. So I'm always like, wait, is Miu here? Oh, I actually think she's having a potty break right now, so.
Oh, let's let her be. But check this out.
We should send Nelson some clips of what's going on right now. She will say, whoa, easy, easy.
Easy.
Wow. This is really rocky, I have to say. Like, there's some clay soil, a ton of rock. Wow. Minu's meowing. Oh, she's like, where are you? What are you doing?
She loved you.
Don't worry, Minu. Don't worry. I feel so small down here.
Bom dia.
Bem feito.
Yeah, muito inclinado.
Com tempo.
We found it so fascinating to watch our terraces being made by scooping chunks of earth from the frumpy hillside in front of him, crushing the branches and remains of eucalyptus as he inched his way forward, cutting out more sections of hillside to be smoothed over as each new terrace got longer and longer, and our newly shaped land really started to take shape. Having grown up in Florida where everything is flat, being able to change and optimize the shape of our land is something I had never even thought of as possible. But thanks to all of the amazing people we've been able to work with and our neighbors who've helped inspire us along our journey of land ownership, our minds and ideas of what is actually possible have been expanded beyond our wildest dreams. And we're still only getting started.
You can see, look how rocky this stuff is all along here. And any of the clippings from the eucalyptus, we're just burying them or pushing them down, and whatever's left will either get burned or buried.
Here you can see he is literally digging a hole and burying the eucalyptus roots into it, and then putting more dirt on top and running over it so that you don't even know that it was ever there.
Wow. Look at this new terrace. I mean, look how steep that is, and then boom, down. As Brittany was mentioning, we want to make sure there's a little angle back this way into the mountain. That way it holds all the water. And you can see the sky is questionable. You know what she's thinking? Huh? She's like, come back, you take care of me. If something happens to you, I don't get fed.
Yeah, you're my food lady.
Hey, little one.
She literally waited for me. I like lunged off of the hillside and like can't wait to go back home now. Hey, Minu, are we best buddies? Are we best buddies? Friends forever. Little booty. I need a buddy.
Little buddy. Hi. Minouche. Oh, you're the best. You're the best.
How will we ever travel again?
And she doesn't think twice about rolling in the dirt or the mud.
But somehow her white fur stays so pure.
That's her polar bearness.
Right?
Right. Right. All right, the sky is opened up, and it's really crazy to see him still working on the terrace out here. Well, it's pouring out here.
Yeah, it is. Ah! What a day.
Man.
Sunny, rainy.
And it's not just like misting, it's coming down.
Yeah, it is.
You can't see the hills around us.
Wow.
It's good for the land, the farmers love it.
That's what I was saying. It's a new day.
It's a beautiful day at that. Sun's out. Our excavator digger is back at it, making a 4th terrace, which is incredible. We did not think we were gonna get this many terraces out of our hillside.
It is amazing.
One of the ideas that he presented to me, instead of from the top trying to make like an incline ramp that we could drive a vehicle or a 4-wheeler or a tractor onto with too much of an incline, is to take from this road right here and make a ramp that's nice and flat right onto one of the lower terraces, either the 4th one down or the 3rd one down. I think it's an excellent idea. It's really important to have access for when we put on some of these trees, and just maybe even make a future van spot.
Yes, and we'll just have to put some drainage pipes out of cement underneath whatever on-ramp, you know, gets
like
created about
right
here.
In this section, we'll put like 3 of those big concrete 3-foot tubes in here, and then roll right on.
I love that idea.
I do too.
Especially because this is the area where we're having a lot of like earth falling down anyway. So it's like it wants to make us a ramp, as you can see. Oh, it just makes me feel so good when I see all the other eucalyptus surrounding us, that we are in the most secure location now.
Especially when you take a look at it from the drone angle.
From above.
It just shows like how much forest is surrounding us.
Yeah.
And we're clearing off a really important area to stay safe from the fires.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning into our channel. Because of you and your support, and especially the support of our patrons, we are able to transform our land like this. So.
And if you aren't subscribed to our channel, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us a lot, and you get notifications by clicking the bell that our videos are being published.
It is the easiest way to support us, and it's free.
looking from where the excavator is. All the boulders are getting pushed down as we make this terrace. I'm gonna go move those ceramics right there, the tiles, and put them on top of the wall so we don't have any rocks go smashing into them. Maybe that needs
move about 2 of those at a time. Ah, it's got me! With the gnarly roots of this eucalyptus, it look like they're like crab claws.
That's the rage, or the roots.
This fell down from one of those terraces, but they're so gnarly. Wow.
That thing's huge.
Yeah. Look at the water.
Looks like we have our own rapids.
Oh, it used to be a waterfall for fairies.
That'd be like a class 9 if you were an ant on a raft.
Yeah. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Here, he's smoothing out the area where all the rocks had fallen and helping make the space behind the watermill a little bit wider and more usable for, say, another container perhaps? We'll see, but either way, it's very useful.
I'm out front of the house. It sounds like somebody's absolutely demolishing the back of it right now, and that's because Gabrielle is working on our footpath to the back patio doors, where all of that trash, the material that was in the base of the house here that needed to be hauled out for these guys building, it's being pushed out here to make this patio a little bit bigger and compacting it down a bit. Pretty soon we'll have this just a little bit wider, a little bit more firm and secure. Then we'll have a beautiful area in which we'll have our barbecue, our table out here to really enjoy this to its full extent. This might be the area that I'm most excited for in the future to be spending time in. It's just a beautiful spot.
Everyone's so hungry. Little meows are so cute. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Here you go. Here we go. Beep, beep. There you go, kitties. Good kitties. They're so good. Good kitties. Oh my gosh. What happened? I can't look.
It looks like we created our own quarry. There's so many levels to it.
I know that this is the worst of a look, so I just have to keep envisioning the future. And we can't have the future we envision if we don't create the terraces that look really dramatic and crazy right now. So just have to remember, this is only the beginning of the transformation.
Yeah, I'm just a little concerned. I created a lot of maintenance for myself, having to maintain all of these terraces.
Nah, we're gonna have low maintenance trees on there. That's the whole point. We want native, low maintenance.
Arid trees.
Yes, like drought resistant. Yeah, we might have to water them a little bit in the beginning, but yeah. That's the whole point of the watering tank, but that's for another episode. But in the meantime, let's go take our brand new composting bin down to our already growing terraces. This is long overdue.
We can't fib. These aren't quite brand new. We've had them for about 2 months. We were able to pick them up at the local municipality. They were giving them out so that people practice good habits
They're really
with
cool.
their food scraps.
Yeah. I'm excited to finally be putting these to use.
Hello! Hello!
What happened?
Yeah, you see that?
There's like some old tube, but they crushed our apple tree.
Yeah, it fell while the terraces were being created.
Oh,
I heard a big boom.
our little apple tree. Are you okay? I don't know.
I'm not even sure what it is. Is it a torpedo?
Jeez.
Looks like an old propane tank. I think it's a hot water heater maybe.
Oh my.
That tree really took a smacking.
No.
That's totally a water heater.
You're gonna be okay, little tree. We need Nelson to help us move that thing.
I get a couple of our Ukrainian guys. They're big and strong. They can help me lift it out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a cone head. Were you itching yourself too much? And it's like the dog,
The cone of
the cone of shame.
Very large cone of shame for a very small girl.
Nobody can hear you.
Where am I going?
Where's easy for us to access? If you just stay hidden there, everybody will think you're just like a trash can.
They said to rip up the ground a little bit where we're gonna put the base. What's cool is this is a rapid composter too, you know? And this weighs up.
Like that.
Yeah. And the final touch. How does this go?
Just like that.
Hi, baby. Hi. I think we're supposed to leave this open, though, right now.
Yeah, during these months.
All right, we did it. Good job, team.
Good work, team. High five. There we go. This thing's windproofed.
Even better.
Wow, wow, wow. This space is way larger than I ever expected it would be. And it's exactly a usable area that Brittany and I always dreamed would be above the watermill. Wow.
You excited for the terraces? Are you gonna run in the flowers? Yeah. I'm excited for you too. But for now, this is our castle. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl.
And just like that, we added 5 new terraces to our land, and they lived happily ever after. Not so fast. As we've said before, this is only the beginning. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. There's so much more to come.